Hi Soul Family, how are you? I am sitting at my Mama Sherry's with my back against her little porch door. I'll show you. And I went for a walk. I went to do a few things. I went to clear some negative energy, some toxic energy that I absorbed this morning. I had an amazing dream. I'm quite tired. I've got, I haven't had a lot of sleep. We've been going 24/7, and I got from Spirit, "You're tired, Aries." Isn't that funny? They said Aries. You're tired. I think they said Aries because the Aries are just like the little engine that could, right? The goer, goer, goer. And I've been doing that. And you're tired, and you need to rest. You need to stop working so hard. You need to allow life to come to you. You need to go with the flow, like Jonathan, right? That's what the seagull says. Just allow life to support you. What you need is going to come to you. Just let it go. So, they said you need to close your eyes and meditate. You've got answers for you there, because I was asking questions. And so I did. I closed all the blinds in my room. I was all dressed, right? Closed all the blinds in my room. And I put my earplugs on, put on the air conditioning, and closed my eyes, and boom. I had a dream. It was intense. I woke up to a message from somebody on LinkedIn. This person always sends me prayers, and there you are again. Oh, I can't turn it around, but running across that top wire is a little baby red squirrel. I videotaped him earlier. It's the most beautiful thing. I thought it was a chipmunk, he's so small, but it's a baby red squirrel. It's my kitsune. When a kitsune is, and it's interesting because I went for a walk with my where I'm staying. Dennis and Bonnie Stotts own the White Lace Inn, and they have, she has 2 borzois, Russian wolfhounds. Oh God, I'm getting so many messages. And one of them is named Wizard, and one of them is named Geisha. And I walked Geisha. And so whenever you see or hear Geisha, or anything to do with that, know that your kitsune is near. Your kitsune is your best friend. It's somebody that's going to help you. It's somebody that's going to, it could be someone that you bump into just for a brief period of time that has red hair. It could be a red-haired cat. It could be a red squirrel. But know that your kitsune is there. I'll leave a message for you guys about, I didn't bring that deck with me. I do have the deck. Oh no, I didn't bring that deck with me. I brought lots of decks with me, but today we're going to work with Heal Yourself, with the Divine Circus, and with the Winged Enchantment Oracle. I've been dealing with so many animals. But anyway, I go and I have this dream, and it was incredible. And I was shown these 2, I was in the White Lace Inn, I was in a vintage Victorian building, and I looked out on the Widow's Walk, and I saw what looked like 2 vultures sitting. They were attached to each other, and next to the vulture was a little dove, and one of the vultures was picking on the dove, and I said, "Stop that, don't hurt him, the little dove." And there was a man that was standing there talking to me, next to me, and he ran outside and he grabbed the little dove, and I said, "No, don't hurt the dove, don't hurt him." And I started crying in my dream because he grabbed the little dove by his neck, and he was holding him by his neck. And I said, "Please don't." I thought he was going to snap his neck, and I was bawling in my dream. But he didn't. All he was doing was trying to smooth the feathers. He was rough. Somebody had their feathers ruffled, and that big giant man was there to calm the one whose feathers were ruffled. I watched it happen later in the house. But when I looked at that, I said, it doesn't look like a vulture, but it's so big. And the person said, it's not a vulture, it's a flicklinger, which is interesting because I've had somebody named Douglas Flicklinger writing to me, and that's clearly not who he is. And so I said, I'll have to look that up, I'll have to understand the message. So I looked up flicklinger, and there is no flicklinger, but there's a northern flicker, and the flicker is a type of woodpecker. And if you saw the flicker, it looks like a dove with spots on its chest. So all 3 of them were the same type. They looked the same, but they weren't the same. 2 were the same. 2 were northern woodpeckers, and they were pecking on this dove. They looked like the dove, but they weren't the same. So it could be, as I spoke to someone this morning, it could be 2 gay guys and a guy that's not gay, 2 gay women and a girl that's not, 2 people that swing and one that doesn't, or it could be a light worker, a star seed that's planted in a house, all family, but we look the same, but we're different, right? We're not the same, and those two are picking on that one. And so there was this big, kind, gentle person that was trying to calm this sweet, this gentle dove down that needed to be cared for, and not was getting henpecked. And that's what I'm getting right now. Is I went to Uncle Phil's friend Zoomy. Who's zooming who? Her and her husband have a goat farm, and what I was getting before was, I'm not a pan individual. I'm not all about free love, open love. That's not what I'm about. I might look like you, but I'm not like you. And who's zooming who? I'm not into that. So her name is Zoomy, and she has goats, baby goats. And I posted pictures of them on my Facebook pages. They're so adorable. And while we were there, we were looking at these hens and this rooster, this one rooster. I didn't see the rooster at first, but the hens were all, there were some of them that they were bald on the back of their neck, and it looked really raw. And I said, oh, they're getting henpecked. No, they're not, because that's what happens when the male jumps on them to mate. So what I was watching was these two that were on top of this little dove, and I said, don't do that. You're hurting this one. That person's not like you. So that's what they wanted, but they weren't going to get it. So many messages. So when I saw this bird, the flicker, I looked up the message to the flicker, and it was a message that I needed to hear. So it's just amazing to me that I'll be shown something in my dream. This is another message. I'll be shown something in my dream, and it may look like this, but it means something different, right? The flicker looks like a dove with spots on his chest, but it's not a dove. It's a completely different bird. So, okay, I'm looking at you, and I'm thinking, is that you? No, it's a completely different person. I'm getting mirrors this whole trip. So it was just really interesting to me. It was a very emotional morning, and there was somebody that's very different that works at that place, and they're being picked on. And so I went and approached the person that was doing it, and I said, I have a message. I had a dream, and I got a message. I'm supposed to deliver it if you. And they said, I said, if you're willing, and they said, okay. So I started to tell them, and they said, I don't want to hear it. They didn't want to be told that. They don't want to be told what to do. And I'm like, what? That you're being mean to that person, you know? I don't care. And I'm just like, okay, I'm out of here. So I got triggered. That's my trigger. And, you know, Spirit says, you'll be 98% cured when you get away from your triggers. What are your triggers? Each of us has a trigger, right? We all have different triggers. Sometimes people drink because they get triggered. Sometimes people fight because they get triggered. I don't want to fight. I don't like the person I become when I'm around that energy. So I left. And I went for a walk, and it's quite humid today. It's beautiful, but it's very humid here. And my little secondhand store that I'm going to go to doesn't open until tomorrow. So I've got my one cool top. It's a cool type top, but it's black, right? So I was walking, trying to figure out where to go, and my Mama Sherry hurt herself, and I brought her a care package the other day. And there was a couple of things in it that I didn't get to her. One of them is garden incense. It's really cool. Have you guys seen it? It's citronella incense. It smells amazing, and it keeps the bugs away. So I got that. And it's hard Wisconsin doesn't have the same laws as California. You can get cannabis oil, you can get hemp, but you can't get anything with a certain amount of THC or whatever. And she says, I don't know what works, you know, with the stuff that's here. And she got some things from my friend Kirsten in Canada, who makes Phoenix Tears and cannabis oil. So I said, well, I have a little bit left in mine. I don't have a lot, but I have a little bit left, and you can have mine. So I'm giving that to her. So I walked over here, and I thought, you know what? And they weren't home. So I thought, I'll just sit down here and I'll do my reading here. It's not the most glorious of locations. I could have chosen other locations that were more glorious, but I feel at peace here. This is where my mama and papa live. This is my mama and papa Terry's. So as I sat here, that little red squirrel went running across, and I knew that my kitsune was here. The energy of my best friend. So this is a perfect place for us to be. So the items that you guys get to choose from, you get to choose. There's a lot of things that we can choose from here. Let's walk around and let's pick some things out. So Mama Sherry has to sit on this when she pulls the little weeds because she hurt herself pretty bad. So we're going to choose from the red train, the little red train, the little red engine that could right? That was a story that my mom used to tell about me. The little red engine that could. You can do more than you think you can. You've got more skill, more availability, more everything than you think is possible. I'm recording something, so... Hi, Layla. I knew her when she was just a little baby. Okay, so then we've got that. So then we have the B, right? This means sweet victory. It also means get busy and get after the honey. OJ. O-J, J-O-B. J-O-B. Job. J-O-B. Job. J-O-B. It's your job. It has to do with your job. J, it has to do with your job, the bees do. Okay. That's a great message for me. So then we have the stars, right? Let's do the stars. That's my Mom, Sherry, and Papa Terry's strawberry garden. Let's see if we can get a good strawberry in here. I've been picking them all. I came over last night and she's picking weeds and I'm eating strawberries. So we've got J-O-B, job, and the red engine locomotive, the little red engine that could, and the stars. All your stars are aligned, right? One more. She's got really interesting things around here. Ball and chain. That's funny. I'm not going to pick that. We'll pick the dragonfly. Hold on to your dreams. They're sound and valid. Pay attention to what you're getting in your dreams. And this dragonfly is blue. Are you calm and peaceful? Like the energy here? Are you an older dragonfly that's very calm and peaceful? Little rusty. There's been a lot of emotion. Maybe you've been a little bit sad, a little bit depressed. You're hanging out in a great spot though, because these are chives. And chives keep the bugs away from you. You are a bug, but it keeps the mosquitoes away. They also keep away vampires. That's what I'm saying. Vampire energy, right? It's garlic and onion. All right. So, hi, sweetheart. Hi, Norma Jean. Hi. Hi, baby girl. Hi. That's Mama Sherry's cat. Okay, so those are our items to choose from. We'll start with the job. We'll start with the B. J, that's my twin's first name. O, B. Job. It's my job. Those people are my job. It's my work. Okay, I got it. So let's focus on something beautiful. Let's focus in that direction. I just heard a dove. I just heard a dove. So let's start with the heal yourself reading cards. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who choose the J-O-B. J-O-B, how funny. O-J. O-J. OJ's in Las Vegas. He killed somebody. And he's out of jail. And he should never be trusted again. He killed somebody and he got off. And everybody knows it, that he did. He's a murderer. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the B, the J-O-B. You know what? I didn't choose this job, so the message is, how teachable are you? Interesting. How teachable are you? So you see this one looking at this violin. The violin she's not going to learn how to play it by staring at it, right? She's going to have to do something about it. So it's interesting when we tell somebody our story, or even when we complain about somebody else, oftentimes we hear our own message about what we're supposed to do. So I'm describing someone, and I'm describing all these different people and how they're behaving in the situation, and then I realize, wow, you understand that because you've done that too. So that message just came to me. So what are your favorite things to do? What do you like to do? I like nature. I like being out in nature. I like dealing with the animal totems, right? I like walking, power walking. I like anything to do with nature, really. I love singing. I love to sing. That is a blackbird, but I don't know if it's a redwing until it starts to fly. We'll see. It's got the shiny black and the blue head. I think it's they're in Sedona as well. There's a really good message to that. To you right now, it probably just looks like a dot. Starlings look a lot like it. Yeah, it's just a blackbird. Okay, so there's a message. There's 2 of them there. So clearly that's what I like, right? Are animal messengers and learning the messages that go with each of these animal totems. So is your favorite thing watching sports, playing sports, shopping, golfing, fishing, drinking, gossiping? Are you willing to give something up in order to learn something different? In order to learn something new, something that would be more beneficial for you. See, when I rhyme, it's spirit. Are you willing to give something up, something beneficial, something new, in order for you to do something that's good for you? I can't remember how I said it at first. It has to just come out when spirit says it. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Do you ever say that expression? I'm so freaking tired. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick of being sore. I'm sick of this happening. But then you're saying it, so you're affirming it. This person is in bed. They're in a beautiful bed. But why are you in bed? You're looking at that instrument. Why don't you pick up that instrument and play it while you're lying in your bed? Are you resistant to change? Is it, I've heard that. I already know. I know everything. I know everything. I'm an empath. I'm gifted. I know everything. You don't need to tell me. I already know. I don't want to talk about it. And then when that is repeated in your own mind, you think to yourself, am I saying that? Am I doing that? I need to do this. I need to think about that. How would you handle the situation if that conversation was coming to you? Well, it just did. It just came out of your mouth. But if it was coming to you, how would you handle it? Because it applies to you too, right? So are you teachable? Are you willing to learn or maybe unlearn what you might have learned before? Are you saying, I've already heard this, it doesn't apply to me? But then when you say that, if somebody comes, if spirit comes and delivers a message and you're unwilling to listen to it, your capacity or ability to learn is greatly diminished. You're unwilling to learn. You're unwilling to learn because you've already heard it. I've already been there, I've already done that, right? I know everything. So you're unteachable. You are unteachable. There's no point. There's no way of reaching you. So if you're unteachable and there's no point of reaching you, why would I spend my energy on you? I wouldn't. So right now Spirit's saying, unless you apply what you've already learned, you're not really going to know it. So it's another thing. We can know all of these things, but if we don't put it into practice or recognize, okay, that just happened. Now, if you had to do the morning over again, what would you do different, Sherry? I would recognize who I was dealing with and allow them to learn their own lesson. I would deliver a message if I was asked to deliver a message. If the message was not received, I'd let it go because I'm the mailman, right? The mail lady. So my job isn't to make you understand. My job isn't to make you learn or listen. My job is just to deliver the message. And I shouldn't take it personally. We have personal feelings involved because we're not perfect. And when we deliver a message from Spirit to someone that we care about and they are not receptive or unwilling to hear, and you expected more from them, it hurts you, right? So we have to detach from that and not take it personally. There's a message. That's what I would do differently today. So we need to stay open-minded, yes, but then we also need to take action towards learning things in a different way. That violin's not going to learn how to play itself, and you're not going to learn how to play it if you don't practice it. 9 says something is ending. It also says you have everything you need, light worker, magician. You have all the tools that you need in order to move forward on your present path. But if you are unwilling to be taught, if you are unwilling to learn, because you think you knew it all, you're going to stay beautiful, isolated in this princess palace, untouchable, unlearning, stunted, and you're going to wonder why you aren't progressing. So, Spirit wants us to make a change with something small today. Just something small. Something that's not going to hurt. What can you change today? Maybe the way you pour your coffee. Maybe the way you put things in. Well, I always put my cream in first and then I pour the coffee. Well, try doing it different this time, just to do it different. We all have routines, and some people feel great comfort in routines. There are a lot of people that are like us, gifted, right? And people would say that they have a slight form of autism or a slight form of Asperger's, when in all reality, we all have, those are labels that people put on all of us. We all have idiosyncrasies. we're all fucked up in so many different ways. And people will say, oh, we're all perfect. And yeah, we are. But we're all fucked up in a lot of different ways too, right? Every one of us. The difference between people is some are willing to learn, some are willing to expand, some are willing to look at and see what we can do to alter our routine and change it to something that's better for us, that's more helpful for us, right? That makes us feel more at peace and comfortable, and also with the ones around us. So try to do something a little bit different from your routine. Break out of your routine. And then if you do something, I write down my dreams every single day. So do you write down dreams? Do you maybe, and if you don't write down your dreams, talk about, see the thing is if you don't write your dreams down right away, you'll lose them. That's why I'll get an email from somebody and I'll start telling them my dream because I can't lose it in my head. Like I'm writing to them and I'm thinking I can't lose this. Like if they interrupt me or something, I want to do it. So whatever routine that you have, do something a little bit differently. I'm doing something differently, right? I normally go out into a wooded area to do my reading, and here I'm sitting on my mama's porch because I feel at peace here. Feels good. I've got wishes flying by right now, you guys. Make a wish. Make a wish. What's your wish? What wish would you like to have happen? I would like this morning to be dissolved. I would like to take a wand and dissolve the morning and make it as if it never happened. Pull all the energy away from it. Throw it up and ask it to be turned to pure white light, and then infuse the whole situation with love. The whole situation. That's my wish for right now. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next message. Actually, we're not. We're going to go back and forth between the Heal Yourself and the Divine Circus Oracle, but each person, each item that you guys choose from is going to get a message from the winged messengers. Now, you guys, while I'm talking, whatever animal messenger pops up, whatever animal messenger is of interest to you, go to Google and look it up. There's a specific message. We've had the blackbirds, we've had red squirrel, we've had the bee, we've had the woodpecker, we've had the flicker, we've had the hawk, and we've had the vulture. Those are all the animals that I spoke about. And I spoke about the dog, wizard, right? So if anything like that is of interest to you, look up the Google message for totem animal. For those who chose the job, the bee, the blue jay. Oh, the blue jay too. That was across the street. Remember? Oh, it wasn't you guys. It was this morning I saw a blue jay when I was talking to someone else. The blue jay was down the street earlier. The crows are up there. The blue jay was down the street yesterday when I came up to Mama Sherry's, and it's a stellar blue jay, which is awesome. They're my favorite. And there's a difference between stellar blue jay and between the scrub jay, the California scrub. And, well, there's scrubs other places, but we call it California scrub. The California scrub jay talks about delayed gratification. So you put a lot of effort into a situation, and you know you're not going to get immediate gratification, but you will eventually. So it's about patience and endurance, right? But the blue jay talks about using your voice appropriately. Don't be a bully, but don't allow anyone to bully you either. Don't push your agenda on another, but don't allow anybody to be that way to you, and to stand up for yourself. So that was my totem yesterday, and I'm doing it this trip. I'm not allowing, I don't want to fight, but I'm not going to let you do that to me. I took a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot, and then I would snap, and it's like, I'm not doing that anymore. As soon as it happens, it stops immediately. So let's talk about the jay. First of all, I'll let you look at the jay. You see this naked man, and I'm going to read to you because I love the way this deck, the words are magical. That's why I think it's so wonderful. The number 2 talks about duality, right? Dark and light. Talks about everything happening the way it's meant to happen for various reasons. Now you see this thicket with all those jays in it. There's fruit on the trees inside here, but it looks like brambles, prickly. And he is literally a blue jay, and he's in flight. So the blue jay says to you, I am blue jay, the advantage of a quick wit and intellect. I am the first one heard. I am the brightest one seen. I command attention and I dive right in. I fear nothing and I take what I need. I am the crucial adaptation of successful life. I have the discipline to master new skills. It is fine to learn new things, but dabbling in too many will keep you scattered. I am the need to follow through. I wear the crown of achievement. I am the proper use of knowledge. You may need to be louder to get what you want. You may have to outsmart the others, but do not be afraid to draw attention to yourself. Let the world know you are there and ready to take control. I am incomparable in self-certainty. I am the victory of taking by sheer will. Get out into the world and take what you have worked so hard for. You are presence, you are survival, you are bold ambition, you are Blue Jay. And the numbered page for Blue Jay is 7, which means if you follow your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. Gosh, it's gotten noisy in this little hamlet, hasn't it? Well, J-O-B, I said the B was about victory, right? Get busy and get the job done. Get after the job. Either get busy and get the job done, like leave it. The B is on the end. J-O-B. O-J. O-J. O-J-Bird. O-Blue Jay, right? B of J. B-O-J. 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 Kill something. It's time to kill it. It's time to cut it. It's time to kill it. So that's another message. Kill it and get away with it. Right? So, wow, they killed it out there when they went out there and they slayed, right? There's a message in that. So get out there and kill it. That's exactly what this says. B-O-J. O-J's in Vegas and he's killing it. He's slaying it, right? So I am J. I am taking advantage of my quick wit and my intellect. I command attention. I dive right in. I wear the crown of achievement. You need to be louder to get what you want. You may have to outsmart the others, but don't be afraid to draw attention to yourself. I am incomparable in self-certainty. I am the victory of taking by sheer will. The B is sweet victory, right? Get out into the world and take what you have worked hard for. All right, there's your message. So now we go to the Divine Circus Oracle. Correct for neutrality on all levels. The ones who chose the little red engine that could, and I do, because that's me, I'm going to choose the red engine and the stars, even though I love the Dragonfly. Correct for neutrality on all levels. The stars circle, the red stars circle the red stars are on the gate that protects the strawberries from the bunny. My little sister had teeth like a rabbit, like a bunny. The stars are on the fence that protect the strawberries from my little sister. Strawberries. I'll have to look that up, figure out what they're showing me. It means something. For those who chose the little red engine that could, Supernova, right on. There is something inside of you that wants to explode, that wants to take off like a freaking comet. You are the supernova. The number 8 speaks about everything that you need, you being abundantly supplied, because it's the infinity symbol. You are also never ending. There's something in you that needs to be unleashed. This is not about quiet and steady. This is about explosion. This is about rapid growth and change. This is something that's vibrating through your body. It's expanding your mind, your body, and soul. You're going to expand beyond what you even think possible of your own self. And your light is going to shine like a freaking supernova. You're not going to be able to control this. You're not going to be able to control it. But it's going to happen. And it's interesting. There's a lot of people that lose their minds when they can't control, right? So you think about a rocket traveling, hurtling. Forget the rocket, a comet. I was lightning before the thunder. You think about a comet flying through the air, how fast it goes, how far it goes, the power, the speed, the heat that it builds up, right? It starts in one spot. Now you think of a rocket. It starts out down here. They have to build up a lot of heat, a lot of pressure, and then boom! It goes off into another world, right? It goes up into the freaking atmosphere. Who is so freaking noisy up there, you little crow? So it goes up and it orbits into a place of peace. Isn't that what's interesting about it? It shoots up and then all of a sudden it settles and it's floating in this space, in this atmosphere of just peacefulness. It's wonderful up there. It's very quiet up there. In order to get it to that place, though, in order to get a rocket to launch, you got to light a fire under its ass, right? And then it's going to shoot, flying straight through the sky, up wherever it needs to be. So this talks about a time in your life that is something's going to have to happen that's going to orbit you, flying. It's going to send you flying. It may take a lot. Maybe that's what it takes, right? You're going to sit there and stare at that violin for how long before you pick it up and try and practice it? But maybe you're going to stay where you are until you can't take it anymore. Something's burning inside of you, something that wants to be discovered, something that wants to be expressed, something that wants to be experienced, but you're not allowing it to happen. You're restraining yourself, you're holding yourself back, or somebody else is. But only can for so long. How can you hold back a comet? How can you hold back a supernova? Eventually it's going to explode, right? It's going to take off. And when it does, it's going to go where it needs to go. Did you hear that bird sound that sounded like fireworks? It was like, phew! There it is again, right? So its intensity is high. It's kind of like me. I have very intense energy, and I go in spurts. I'm kind of like a cheetah. Cheetah runs super, super fast, but not for long periods of time. I won the 50-yard dash when I was in school. I can run really fast for a short period of time, right? So it talks about that energy that is going to be needed to get you moving. And it can send shockwaves through your life. It can disrupt what your regular pattern is. Remember, the first message was about allowing something to change, right? So if this is something that's going to cause disruption in what you're used to, or maybe the ones around you, it's going to maybe discombobulate you a little bit, right? Because something has exploded inside of you and it's causing you to go in a way that maybe you haven't gone before. So you might be feeling uncertain a little bit or unstable because your world starts changing in ways that you're not able to control, because we're not meant to control it. We're not meant to control it, and that's what we have to fight, all of us, is the need to control ourselves or others. Like I had a message to deliver from Spirit. That's all I was supposed to do, was deliver the message. I didn't need to take it personal. I didn't need to take it personal and get involved. So to remedy the situation, I can handle that by saying, you know what? I had a message to deliver. I delivered it. It wasn't my responsibility to take it any further past that. So I apologize for overstepping my duty, and we'll leave it from there, right? That's how I can handle my part and what I would have done differently today. So there's this momentum that's growing, right? It's moving towards you. It's moving away from you. It's moving you away from what you've known. And it's moving you towards what maybe you don't know yet. That launching, that energetic force. Sometimes it's like what happened this morning. I had to get launched out of there because I wasn't meant to be there. And so sometimes it's not pleasant what has to launch you out of a place. But that's what is needed to get you going, right? And now you're out there and you're orbiting and you're going in places where you're actually meant to go. You don't know what's going on, but Spirit knows what's going on. You're not in control, but there's certain things that are needing to happen. This journey needed to get started, right? It's talking about the essential things, the people and the things that maybe mean something to you, but there's certain attitudes or frequencies or energies attached to these ones that don't do you well. So you can't stay there. It's not a good place for you to be. So it's about letting go of old ideas, old attitudes, old ways of being, old attachments to doing things a certain way, to understanding things, to following rules. Remember, the first messenger that came was Jonathan, the seagull, right? About freedom and about allowing life to come to you and allowing yourself to go with the flow, right? Look up Seagull Totem. It's a really good one. So whatever you needed to begin your journey or to start your new adventure, it's going to be different to what is required to keep you going. So we start in one way and then we move to something different, right? Well, that's the message. That is what it is. So you got to trust in what's going on. All parts of this journey, we can't hold on to our old support system, our old belief system, because we're afraid. Because we're a freaking supernova. We're going to be okay. We're going to have everything that we need abundantly supplied to us in whatever way needs to happen. And it doesn't necessarily come across in the way you think it's going to, right? There's a wish going by. I don't know if you guys see it. Make a wish right now. Maybe make a wish to make yourself help you be a little bit more calm during these changes. Help you assimilate the changes and relax and allow things to unfold. So don't hold on. Sometimes it's just best to let go because it's just not relevant to your journey any longer. I've done that. I've been there, done that. You know, it's not working for me anymore. I don't need this. So I'm letting go. I mean, if you try to hold on to it, it's you that you're holding back. So when the time comes to let go, you're going to feel it because this situation is interesting to me. It's like when you know you should be somewhere else. There they are. Did you see, Jonathan? But you're bored and you got no one to do anything with, so you call that person and you just never seem to line up with them. You never meet up with them. It just doesn't work out. The ones you're meant to meet up with, you do meet up with. But these ones that are meant to fall away from your life now because you're going in a different direction, you're just not going to meet up with them. You won't see them. You could walk through town and you won't run into them. You could walk right to their house and they won't be there, right? But the ones that you're meant to be with will show up when they're meant to be there for you. So right now, the ones that are not meant to be there, are just going to be in your way. They're not support system anymore. They're gonna be a stumbling block, basically. They're not there to help you anymore. They were there at one time and possibly it was a good place to be, but no longer. So this is a new birth, right? This is settling into a new pattern of life, going a higher altitude. We're going like a freaking supernova. We want peace. We want effortlessness. We want pure, just, relaxed energy, allowing life to happen as it's meant to happen. Sometimes we're told to pick up our oars and steer our ship and our little rowboat or our canoe or whatever we're in. But right now we're being told we need to break loose. We need to cut free. Everybody knows what their particular message is. So what we'll do is, I think in this deck there is an affirmation. I like affirmations if I can find one. Hold on, maybe we're doing a visualization. So for Supernova, they're talking about energy. Where is it? Talking about a quick burst of energy. So musical instruments. I'm with a lot of musical people here. So this is about maybe pick up a musical instrument. Or maybe clap your hands, or sing or dance. Do something loud, bang a pot, bang a drum. Be noisy, like the birds that are outside right now. You need to be alive and free. That's what Spirit wants. And then when you've done that, become quiet and then rest and close your eyes. Then we want you to visualize, or feel, or pretend, whatever works for you, that you are one with the universe. You are this supernova. You are vast and black and filled with stars. Interesting, we're moving into the stars next. It's far away. It's beautiful. You're that beautiful star exploding in the light. Did you fall from a shooting star? The supernova, this is what you want to say. My supernova soul expands into brilliant life. I surrender completely, and I allow the loving hand of the universe to hold me safe during my rapid expansion into the next phase of my divine destiny. I relax into the process, and all unfolds beautifully. Love erupts through me in an explosive wave of sound and light. Peace is created as the way is cleared for my true and immediate success. So that's the first messenger. I gotta get a drink of my chia water. Hold on. My apple cider vinegar in here. Do you guys know what a sore throat is caused from? A sore throat is angry words unexpressed. And I was stuffing what I was feeling, didn't say what I was feeling, and I woke up this morning with a sore throat. So holistically, for me, I know that, so I expressed what I needed to say, and it was tense. But apple cider vinegar with the mother, gargle it in your throat and drink it. It gets rid of a sore throat. It's amazing. Okay, so we're going to go to our winged messengers, for those who chose the little red engine that could. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Sometimes we feel like we're wrong when we start, like we speak out and cause a bit of a disturbance, right? Sometimes we think we shouldn't have done that. We should always be peaceful. But according to this message, that's not the truth. And according to Blue Jay Totem, that's not the truth either. Don't bully, but don't allow yourself to be bullied either. Stand and speak your truth. You don't need to fight for somebody, but you definitely are going to speak your truth. And as an empath, my first reaction is always to feel bad. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to fight with you. But sometimes you need to speak your truth. And sometimes the truth isn't isn't appreciated and they don't like it. So there's a balance, right? We got to find a balance. So I'm asking Spirit to show me what I need to do. And you need to ask Spirit for your particular situation, what do you need to do? So with those words, for those who chose the little red engine that could, Starling. Interesting. Didn't I say it's either a blackbird or a starling across the street? The blackbird was in the grass and the starling on the fence. It's interesting. It's no mistake ever. So here we see the starling. Starling message. If you look up Starling Totem, please do. It's amazing. So this one is flying, learning to fly. This one's wearing a mask. It's not really there. She's visualizing. She's pretending. She's connecting with the starling. Also looks like the plague doctor mask. My friend Troy is a musician. That's Mama Sherry's son. And he was in a festival. I was here visiting, and it was called Dark Songs, and everyone had costumes, and he was practicing. He didn't have time to, go get a costume, and didn't have the money to go buy a costume, and so he had an old gas mask from the war, and in 30 minutes he created a plague doctor's mask. It's amazing. I said, in 30 minutes, it's beautiful. You should see it. It's incredible. And that's what I'm looking at on this starling. It looks like that. So the plague came through, and they had to wear that as protective covering so that they didn't inhale, right, the disease. They had to keep themselves safe. So this is a protection. A mask, sometimes people wear a mask as protection. We realize this, right? Okay, so look up as I read to you what the starling has to say. Can you see her? What number is it? 33. Ascended Masters are working with you, which would be my mom and Lily, my grandma, Archangel Michael. All right. I am Starling, the relinquishing of the ego. I am the binding of society. I am the way the entire world affects you, and the way you affect the entire world. I am unity. I am wholeness. You have reached a time when your work must be shared. Stop hoarding your gifts. Stop hiding your wisdom. What you learn is only as good as how you use it to teach others. I am tradition. I am your ability to bring others together in meaningful ways. It's time to express. It's time to blend yourself into the bigger picture. Being group-minded doesn't mean giving up personal power, but rather allowing that power to shine brighter. You are a gathering of like minds. You are the expansion of ideas. You are the catalyst. You are Starling. Oh, I like that. I love these messages. They're very powerful. Very happy I chose this deck when I was in Sedona the last time. Okay, so now we're going to go to the stars that are protecting the strawberries. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm protecting the strawberries from my little sister, the bunny, the rabbit. Correct for neutrality on all levels. The stars have a fence. The stars are on the fence. They're on the fence. So they're on the fence about protecting the little sister from, or the strawberries from my little sister. How interesting. Could be Peter Rabbit, right? Peter Rabbit is also a rabbit, but a boy rabbit. But for me, I said little sister for some reason. Little sister, isn't that a song? I gotta look it up. I gotta look up the lyrics to Little Sister. Correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose the stars in the sky, and I did. Letting go. Okay. So this is holding on to tradition. This is holding on to belief systems. This is holding on to the way things have been. This is holding on to the past. You're holding on and you're frightened. You've turned your back on something here that you seem to be afraid of. They're cloaked, but they're holding lights. But are they a monastery? Are they some weird, creepy religious organization? Some weird freaking cult that's keeping you bound? Or is that what you think it is? Are you afraid of what you don't understand because you're used to religion? You're taught this way. What's going on here? You're being told to let go of something. You don't look happy. You look frightened, and what's behind you looks kind of creepy and scary. But is it really? Sometimes things look creepy and scary when we don't understand them. Sometimes people seem creepy and scary when we don't understand them. Sometimes ideas and ways of being seem creepy and scary because we don't understand them. But you're being challenged to let go of something that you believe. a point of view. This is my message, so I'm listening. Recognize that this particular relationship has run its course. Which relationship, you ask yourself? You need to ask yourself, what relationship is it that has run its course? Make it clear to me. You might be afraid to let go. I have chosen the stars. I've chosen the star, that's what I said. So you're holding on to something and you're being told. The one that I've chosen is being told. This particular relationship has run its course. The universe has got a new opportunity in front of you, and it's going to allow you to experience what you desire. Passion, satisfaction, everything that you've dreamed of is what the universe has for you. And saying goodbye is so difficult. It's never easy to say goodbye to anyone. And sometimes it makes you feel like you failed at something. Maybe it's a marriage that didn't work. This relationship has run its course. It's a soul contract that's come to an end. And you must not allow anyone to persuade you, those ones back there, to doubt yourself or to keep holding on. Maybe these ones are calling you. Maybe this is your true calling and someone else is telling you to hold on to this. Or maybe these are the ones that are asking you to stay here and you're wanting to leave. You're at the gate. You're on the fence. Oh, my message. My stars are on the fence about protecting the strawberries from the little sister. They're on the fence. They don't know if they need to stay and do that anymore. And Spirit's saying, no, you don't. Let go. Focus on opening up your heart to the new opportunity that Spirit's bringing to you and leave the baggage of everything behind. But most essentially, leave behind past mistakes. No beating yourself up. In this letting go process, you're going to need to be gentle with yourself because it's going to feel like you're coming down. That's what it's going to feel like. It's going to be difficult. So my mom and Papa just drove up in a gold car. Gold is value and worth. And it's going to feel difficult for you to let go. So you're being asked to be gentle with yourself as you do that. Give yourself a little bit of alone time. Time to breathe. Time to write. Time to just be on your own. Do whatever you can to heal your heart, to let go of the pain, whatever it is. This is not a happy place where you're at. Recognizing that your Spirit's asking for you to grow at this time. So if you're stuck right now, you need to ask yourself, is this what I believe or is this what somebody else is believing? How is this serving me? Am I willing to let go of my fears and my unfounded limitations? Say, Divine Healing Intelligence, please assist me to let go of this situation, whichever it is, state it, habit, state of mind, or person, say their name, whatever it is. With ease and grace, inspire me to move forward with freedom, lightness, and feeling of completion. Bring into my reality new and empowering experiences, people, and opportunities. Thank you. And repeat the word clear several times. I gotta explain to everybody what I'm doing. I'm doing a reading. I'm doing my reading and I'm recording right now. Did you hear me? Okay, I'll tell you in a second. Hold on, I'll introduce you to my mom and papa. I don't know if they'll like that or not. I'm just doing my reading and I'm recording my reading. Hi. So they can't see anything. But I've got to record it. But I've got some things for you I brought for you. So if you don't mind me sitting on your stoop doing my recording, I'll be done in about 15 minutes.
Are you all right there? You going to
No, I'm fine. I like it outside. I don't know if she heard. Okay. They're so sweet. I love them so much. Okay. So, for those who have to let go, if you don't know, I would think that you might know, but maybe you don't know what situation it is that you're supposed to let go of, right? A situation or a person. Whatever it is, it's run its course, and it's time to let it go. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the stars, the hummingbird. Nice. Hummingbird says, you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself and to others. It also says, grab the sweetness in life. And don't take things so personally. It's asking for you to lighten up your energy. So the number is 1 and 7. 1 is keep your thoughts positive, right? Focused in a positive way because you're creating your future. 1 says the universe has just taken a snapshot of your Thoughts. Do you like what you're creating? If not, change your thinking, uplift it. 7. If you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. And 1 and 7, again, is 8. Infinitely supplied everything that you need, so you needn't worry. So let's look at this hummingbird message, and we'll tell you what the hummingbird says. I am Hummingbird. I am creator shaman. I am the burst of light in the darkness, whirling and weaving through the pattern of time. I create the nectars of life. I am the fragility of time and the strength of a passion. I am the beauty of nature in motion. I advise you to keep your garden in order. I am the fleeting brilliance of the moment. I am here, the here and now. When your world has ceased to make sense, I will be the one fluttering at your window. Hover precisely where you are and take a good look around. Take it all in before your next great adventure. I am luminosity. I am the magic that happens with the first breath. I am the life that stirs at dawn. I am the opening of the flower in the spring. There is a miracle in every particle of life. You are spontaneous action. You are divinity made manifest. You are the joy of movement. You are Hummingbird. That's gorgeous. I love it. So the last one that we're going to work with is the Dragonfly. So for those who chose the Dragonfly, we now go back to the Divine Circus Oracle. Correct neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Dragonfly, correct neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Dragonfly. Look at those flowers right there. They look like shooting stars. Mama Sherry thought they were called shooting stars.
Did you try to call? Sherry, my phone went dead.
No, I just walked. Okay. Okay, so for those who chose the Dragonfly, we get Sweetheart. So what you're looking at here is interesting. The very first time I saw this message, this picture, I thought it would just look like a little pretty girl that was having a treat. But that's not what you're seeing here, actually. You're seeing her having a treat, yes, and she's got a beautiful dress, but she's been battered and bruised. She's been beaten up. This hair is covering her eye because she's got a black eye. She's got bruises on her shoulders. So what's going on here is, even though she's dressed in a beautiful dress and she's got a beautiful, very expensive, nice candy handed to her, this is somebody who's been in an abusive situation. This is somebody who could have been abused emotionally, or could have been abused mentally, could have been abused physically. And yet there's a ladybug flying by here, and there's one here too. And the ladybug says your wishes will be fulfilled. So what now? Spirit is saying you've heard, known, and felt and seen violence in your life. Maybe it's on the outside, maybe it's on the inside, maybe it's in your own mind, a tortured mind with fear, shame, and darkness or doubt. And Spirit said that's enough, no more. It's time for more gentler ways, no more pain. Less pain, more gain, no more torture. It's time for sweets and treats, but not because somebody's done this to you and then they give you that afterwards, trying to appease what they've done. There's too much violence in the world as it is, and we can't change it all. We can't. Sometimes we have to accept certain things and deal with them. And yet, at times we feel that we've got no right to question or even change certain situations, and yet we do. So right now, in order to have a healing begin, we need to start with ourselves. Each of us individually. If we've got violence or anger in our heart, if we've got regret, if we have shaming judgment, if we've got fear of not being good enough, if we feel uncertain, or if we are constantly pushing ourselves to be more, be bigger, be better, to compete with others, we're beating ourselves up every day. We're constantly telling ourselves, obviously, that we're not good enough. If we're constantly telling ourselves that we have to do better. Okay, I didn't handle it exactly the way I should have. All right, I'll do it different the next time. I'm learning, right? We're a work in progress. That's what you need to tell yourself. We're all a work in progress. So Spirit is saying with this message that what's coming to you is a cycle, but a new cycle, a gentler cycle, a more loving one. One that promises life, not death. One that does away with violence, but you have to be willing to also dispense with the violence. We can only take one step at a time, but we need to stop judging ourselves or the ones around us. Just a little bit every single day as we get better and better. You deserve a gentler journey in life. I know I do. I certainly freaking do. I deserve it, you deserve it. So, What would you accept for yourself? What was it that you would like? Because it's your choice every day that you can wake up in the morning and decide to fight with it, or come here and do what you're meant to do, which is love. Send love out instead. If you've got abusive or toxic relationships in your life, this is about relationship overhaul. This is about leaving situations that trigger you into making you uncomfortable or making you fight or whatever it is, right? If it means ending one or all of them, no matter how much the people tell you that they love you, no matter how much you might think in your own mind that you're making it up, because it might look really good on the outside, right? Maybe they don't see the bruises, because maybe the bruises are inside, right? You're that beautiful dove that they just keep picking at because they're different than you, or you're different than them. That's not okay. So you're not making it up. Even if other people don't see it, you can feel it. It isn't healthy. It doesn't feel good. And if the relationship is making you feel crappy, you don't need it and you don't want it. So create some space. If you need to get hungry and get out there and begin your own life. Spirit says you need to be treated not this way. You need to be treated in a loving way, and you need to treat yourself that way to begin with. So a message that you can say for yourself is, this offering to the universe is a blessing. This is what you're going to do, is you're going to pick something up. You can pick up a strawberry from the garden. You can pick up a flower, whatever it is. You're going to make an offering. And you're going to say, as you put it in a little dish in front of you, put your hands above it, like you're infusing it. This offering to the universe is blessed with the sweetness of life. I'm ready to receive sweetness into my life in the most healing, sacred, and special of ways, each and every day. Thank you so much for all of the love and support that fills my life now, as I leave behind the old ways and embrace the new. And imagine, visualize, or feel love emanating from it. This love. See the light, the pink? And then gold light, the color of Mama Sherry and Papa Terry's car. Gold emanating from that. And then pop it into your mouth and taste it. I'm going to do it with a strawberry. You're ingesting all of that sacred sweetness, and you're beginning your new journey because you have just set the intention and you are eating that meal with the universe. I love that. Let's go do it. I got one more card to do, and then I got to come talk to you.
How was your walk last night?
It was nice.
Good.
It was nice. So we pick a strawberry.
Oh, there's a butterfly. There's a butterfly.
Transformation.
Watch out for wasps that might be in there.
Oh, that was a message. Wasps are in the strawberries. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. So this is a healing thing. This is what I'm teaching my people. So you take the strawberry, and then you're infusing this, and you're saying, what is it that you want? I'm infusing love and healing and prosperity and healthy relationships and whatever it is that you want. And then you imagine gold light and the sun and love, unconditional love, pouring into this. And then you take it, and then you eat it, and you're ingesting all of that. Okay, so now, our final message. Wasn't quite as eloquent, I realize, but I'm running out of time and I'm running out of breath. And I am sitting on their front porch. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the dragonfly. One more. For those who chose the dragonfly. The owl. Perfect. The owl. The seer. 2. Everything's happening exactly as it's meant to happen with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. 4. There are angels all around you. You are completely guided, protected, and loved. I don't know if you can see that little tiny bird that just sat on top of the fence post. It's like a titmouse. I'll have to look it up. And then 2 and 4 together are 6, which means victory. It also means nostalgia. It also means don't be so focused on this material world. Look to spirit. Lift your thoughts and feelings to spirit and know that all is handled. You are being overseen by the grandmother. The grandmother is helping me always. Okay, so let's speak. Here we go. For those who chose the dragonfly, you were given the owl. For those who chose the dragonfly, you were given the owl. That's interesting. I am owl. I am the silence of the night. I am the arrival of mysterious things. I am the revealer of hidden tracks beneath the snow and the ghosts within the psyche. I am the unsettling of darkness. I am the goddess of death. At times you cannot see me, but I permeate all worlds. My hunting grounds are the soul. You are a skilled listener. You are a well-seasoned traveler of realities. I have been watching your movements and tracking your steps. You are beginning to see beyond the veil and crack the illusions of night, but you must be vigilant and watch your step in the blackness. Take the quiet road and guard your inner world with determined purpose. There is a vast trove of power that will guide you well as you soar into the cosmos. But before you boast of your new winged ally, realize that I am no longer bringer of easy roads. My path is lonely and requires retreat into the forests of the mind. This is where all awareness begins and where all experience comes home to fulfill its purpose. You are a sober night vision. You are a master of the shadows. You are at ease in solitude. You are owl. So it's time when we break away from these relationships that no longer work for us. These patterns, this change that we are becoming, we have to take a little bit of time on our own. We got to go alone. This relationship has run its course. This situation has run its course. Give yourself a little time to heal, a time to go into the stillness, into the night, and be the owl. All right, you guys, that's it. Thank you for coming, being with me, and I'm going to show you along the side here as I wrap up how I grew up down the country lanes. My website is www.theangelswhisper. My name is Sherry Columbus. If you're new to my YouTube channel, welcome. Sorry about the dark glasses. My eyes are very sensitive. If I can help you with a private reading, I am working while I'm here. I've done readings, and I'll be home in California on Monday, back to the regular routine. So I hope you enjoy the videos. I've been sharing them on my Facebook page if you guys want to look at them. I'm going to see if I can somehow share something. I don't know that I can share the short ones on YouTube. I don't think I can. So you're welcome to go to my pages, The Angels Whisper on Facebook, or Sherry Columbus on Facebook, and you'll see them. The pages are open. So take care. Have a great day. I hope you enjoy. What day is this? Wednesday? I'm going to a play tonight. There's a play in town. They have a very small theater where off-Broadway artists come, and there's going to be a play tonight. It's a mystery. I'm super excited, so I'm going to go there tonight. And it's like one thing after another here. It's so much fun. So I got to go hang out with my mama, papa, and I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.